G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Mike Birdie here, episode 2 on-course teaching vlog. We're at Hackberry Creek. We're going to jump on the first tee and dive straight into the action.
In my shoes, world on my shoulder, heart full of blues out in the dirt.
Alright, off the tee box really nicely, 140 out, second shot, 9 iron. Take that pitching wedge. Should be pretty good. Alright, sorry, trying to get off the tee box here pretty quick just because I've got a group right behind me. So if I get going quickly, I can get a little bit of space, hit a good tee shot, and second shot there, hit with pitching wedge, hit pretty good. I think it might be just a smidge short. No, it's about pin high. 18 feet for birdie. Alrighty, so a quick coaching tip here. The green reading process has already started for me. I'm approaching the ball, not even on the green, just walking onto the green right now, and I'm already starting to take in some of the slope. I'm looking at it, seeing the green tilted towards me, just so that by the time I get to the ball, I already have a little bit of information about what this is going to do.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the
How did that not go?
down in the
Alright, so we're playing from the gold tees, which is the tips here on hole number 2. And yeah, the gold tees, like I said, are the tips at Hackberry Creek. I haven't actually been on this tee, shot some videos with some of the other guys up on the tee up over there. So this is a new one for me. It's a dogleg left. There is water over to the left-hand side. The green is over this way. Got to shoot it up in between this little chute, and let's go do it. All right, going with driver here. Again, not really familiar with this hole from this tee box, so let's see how this goes.
in my shoes, world on my shoulder, heart full of blues out in the dirt.
Perfect. So I hit that one pretty well. It went high, it went straight. I was looking for straight. It was kind of my fairway finder swing, just nice and free, nice and relaxed, and we found the fairway. By the way, I looked at the wrong tee marker from back there. It's 429 from the tips on this hole, so a little longer than I thought, but nonetheless, we're in good shape here. All right, so here we are, second shot, and we've got about 160. It's a back flag location, so it looks like it should be an 8 iron. The tee shot was into the wind, which should make this slightly off the right. That was a huge block to the right in the bunker, not good. First 3 swings right out of the gate were good, so that one kind of came out of nowhere there. I blocked that by a long way, so I'm not gonna freak out. We'll just try and get this up and down and then make good swings after that. So you can see, pretty good way offline here, and here's a little coaching tip. So this is an area where people would often jump in and want to pull out that 60 degree, pull out the lob wedge. I've got a pretty long way and I'd have to hit that lob wedge pretty hard in order to get it all the way to the flag. So I'm going with my 56 degree. If you don't have 56, you can use 54 or something like that. But don't always go for the lob wedge.
Down in the dirt. Been a real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder.
Hit it and it was in. Hit that spike mark too. Bogey. Okay, hole number 3, par 5, back into the breeze. It's about 5:30. We've got a creek down the right hand side. Got to keep it down the left. Change of camera and let's go. Left rough, left trees. We might have an interesting second shot here. So I will give myself credit for missing it on the correct side. Left, definitely better than right. And after that kind of out of the blue block to the right on that last hole, that was definitely slightly in the back of the mind here, because a block to the right here would have gone straight in the water. So we're safe. All right, so we're here for the second shot at this par 5. Actually have a shot at it, kind of, sort of. Got 238, the pin is right in between those trees there. Problem is, it's over water. It's a tricky green to hit. And with these trees kind of being in the way, I would have to hit some kind of high cut over this tree here. And I just don't think it's a smart play from here. So we're gonna go ahead and lay it up. Okay, so I did actually shoot where I wanted to lay it up to. I need to hit this about 120 yards. I'm just gonna hit a little gap wedge back into the fairway here. I've chosen out a specific target as well. When you're laying up, make sure you have a plan. Yep, all good. All right, so the layup plan has worked out good. I've got 113 yards to the pin, a little uphill, so probably closer to 118, and then a little into the wind as well. It should be just a nice little gap wedge here. By the way, this is a front left sucker pin here, so missing it short and left is dead. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoe, whirl on my shoulder. Pretty good, got a birdie putt. In the dirt. Down in the dirt. Birdie time. Birdie.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt.
Sorry for the noise behind, but that was 241 yards. That was 3-iron. That's as good as I can hit it right there. This hole is long. That ball was tracking straight at it. I think it's maybe back edge. Absolutely ripped that 3-iron, and no matter what happens today, that's one of those shots that I'll remember next time I'm standing over a 3-iron. I'll remember that quality shot. That was 100%. All right, so this is where it finished, and I know that it's not right next to the flag, but it did kind of go past the flag. It landed by it. The blower that you were hearing, the guy's all the way back on that house back up there, and the tee box is right in front of it. And yeah, that was all in. That's about 250 yards, maybe a little longer, and it's a long way for me to hit a 3-iron.
Down in the dirt. Down in the dirt. Real bad boy. I've got a ton
That was a hell of a bird.
in my shoe.
Birdie. All right, we're 1 under now through 4. Hole 5 here, par 5, 575. Bunker's on the left, but I actually want to keep this as far down the left-hand side as I can. There's actually water to the right, so let's go. We talked about this in the last vlog, about choosing a target. I've got a bunker in mind down there that I'm going to aim for. Let's go.
I've been a real bad boy.
Didn't hit that too good. High, right rough. It's okay, but wasn't that good. All right, so here we are in the right rough. I mean, not in any trouble, just not a great tee shot. And the green's actually around the other side of the trees there, so I'm probably not going to be able to get it in 2 on this par 5. I'm going to lay it up. You can see the bunkers way down on the left. They're quite a good way down. If I hit one in there about 180, it'll position me in here, and we'll be all good. So I'm trying to hit this about 180, and I've got my 6-iron. That goes further than that, but I like to hit these layup shots on par 5s. Typically a little punchy, so I'm going to hit like a little grip down low punch. That typically helps me hit them a little straighter, and this is just a position shot.
Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt. Down.
Perfect. All right, so just trying to give you a better look at this hole. You can see that green tucked all the way over on the right-hand side. My ball is just short of this bunker here, so we should have a pretty nice setup for our 3rd shot. All right, so ball is laying good. Flag is in the back right portion of the green there. We've got 140 yards. It's looking like a pitching wedge, although it might be into the wind slightly. For now, I'm thinking pitching wedge. Okay, so it is into the wind a little bit, and I'm just a little worried that wedge will get up in the air, spin a little too much. This green is kind of like shelves, and the flag's on the 2nd shelf, and I don't want to land it middle of the shelf and spin it back down. So I'm going to hit a little punch 9, make sure I get it on that top shelf.
Down in the dirt.
The wedge would have been probably the wrong play. The 9 was definitely a smart play. You'll notice if you go back and watch that video how much I grip down it. That helps me do two things. One, flight it down, and two, take a little bit of distance off, because full 9-iron would have been too big. All right, we got a chance here for 3 birdies in a row. See if we can do it. Today. Par. This is what I was talking about. Don't know how well it'll come up on camera, but we played from back in here, and this is where that kind of spine is, flags all the way in that little back section. I didn't want to land wedge in here, spin it back down. That's why we went with a 9. Okay, hole number 6 is a par 4, slight dogleg left. It goes up the hill and the green is behind the trees, up the hill, somewhere that way. We're going with driver. I caught that a bit on the toe. I don't know if it's far enough to get around that corner there. We're gonna have to go down and see, but it went kind of high toe draw, but yeah, so-so. Not flushing the driver today, not far off with it, but just not puring it as normal. So do have 2 more driver holes left this 9, so need to do a little better with the driver. The iron swing feeling great, driver swing just catching them on the toe, but we'll be fine. As suspected, we didn't quite get it around the corner. This tree is just going to be in play. I'm going to need to work it a little right of it, and it might be too far away to be able to get this to draw at all. Also, we've got a little bit of a mud ball, and when you get mud balls, those are unpredictable. And I moved the cart, and I'm going to try and sit this on the roof of the cart, otherwise you guys aren't going to be able to see a single thing. That actually looks pretty good from the roof of the cart right there. We'll leave it there. I've got 110, back in the wind, awful stance. I don't know, a bunch of goofy stuff here, but I think I'm going to go with a little punch wedge.
Down in the dirt.
No clue where that is. I think it's left of the pin. I really have no clue where that is. I know it clipped the tree, but I still felt like it was going to get up here somewhere, but I saw nothing land. I think I might see a ball over the back of the green, I'm not sure. If that's a ball that I'm seeing there, that thing came out great, but it was just long. Yeah, back edge right there. I'll take that, I guess. I tell you what, I'll take that. I was hitting from the other side of that tree, and that's the tree right there that I clipped some of the branches on. And had it not have come out so far, this thing would have been really good, but let's see if we can get up and down. By the way, a little coaching moment here, so I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but a lot of downslope before we get to the green. So it's likely that I'm gonna try and use this part of the downslope here, land it in here somewhere, and then let it roll to the hole. So I do need to be slightly wary, because where the camera is right now, it drops off pretty quickly there. So if this gets going past the hole, it's going to go a long way past.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt. Down in the dirt.
I'll take that. Par. Hole number 7 here, Hackberry Creek, 455-yard par 4, dogleg to the left. I was going to hit driver, but it's really not the right fit and the right distance for me on this particular tee shot. Been hitting 3-wood well, so we're going with that.
Down in the dirt. Down in the dirt.
That's perfect. Driver is not always the right play for me on this particular tee shot here. If I hit it straight down, I would run out of fairway. So I would have to take it over the left trees a little bit, and I would have to smoke it in order to do that. And the driver, haven't flushed the driver today. Even that 3-wood there was slightly toey. It still came out like a rocket, and it's absolutely perfect, but it definitely wasn't the right play for me to hit driver there today. We've got 135 left. We drew that guy beautifully around the corner there. 135 left, that makes it about a 320-yard drive. Not bad for me. 135, I'm thinking, I'm kind of in between gap wedge and pitching wedge here. I do have 135. I've actually pulled out my gap wedge, my 52 degrees. This is where understanding the golf course comes into play, because this green always releases quite a bit. So if I land this front third, if I can hit this, say, 125, 130 yards, this should release out to the pin. That was way further right than I wanted. It's on the green, it's not in birdie range. Wasn't quite what I was looking for. That actually didn't feel like that bad of a swing, and I didn't flush it, but I bet you when I watch this tape back, I bet you I was aiming too far right. That's definitely a tendency of mine, and that's something that you guys need to pay attention to. If you guys have certain aim tendencies, be aware of it, and make sure you take that into account when the aim is not dialed in. Hole number 8 is a par 3, 165, but I shot it to that front pin there, and it is 150. Okay, this shot, no bells, no whistles, just a good, solid stock 9-iron. It's actually a bit long and a bit left. It's on the green, long putt. Let's go roll one down. Heart full of blues out in the dirt. Down in the dirt. Hole number 9, 440 yard par 4 dogleg to the right. There's a bunker on the inside of the dogleg right here that we're going to try and take it over. We saved the best till last. I don't know how on earth it stopped on this slope here, but either way, I smoked that thing. Must have taken a funny bounce. Should be down in the fairway down here somewhere, but anyway, we'll figure out what we have here. Second shot, sitting 1 under right now. All right, so we've got 134 to the pin. The pin looks like it's kind of middle-ish, but the ball is going to be well above my feet, so I'm going to hit this and then we'll have a little coaching moment. I'm going to hit a little punch wedge. Oh, that thing is in there good. Now what I did here was you'll be able to see on that video, I gripped well down it to shorten that club. I was nice and tall, and then I just swung really smoothly. Sometimes I have a tendency, and I see other golfers trying to hit these too hard. That's where we get into trouble. That was happy days. All right, we came from over there, and this is what we have left. Nice little birdie putt, chance to try and finish 2 under. Birdie, 2 under. Alrighty guys, well that is it from Hackberry Creek today. 2 under on the front 9, played some decent golf, so happy with that. We learned some things along the way. If you are enjoying these, then just let me know in the comments down below if there's something else that I can do better. And subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, you know all the drill. And let's keep going with these on-course teaching vlogs, because we're learning things that we probably otherwise wouldn't come across. And anyway, of course, until next time, good golfing.
Down in the